Yo, yo. What's happening? It is Friday, March 21st, 2025. Tanner, Drew, and Laura, we are live.
Yeah.
Ow! And coming up in a little under a month, another Trash Bandits.
Woohoo!
That's right. We're going to saddle up April 19th, and we're all going to rendezvous at Lentz Park.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right. 10 a.m., April 19th, we're going to saddle up with a bunch of listeners and just clean up Lentz Park and the surrounding areas. Boys.
So get your dusty finger over to
Yeah.
the website and sign up right now.
Yeah, there's only limited spots, right?
That's
right.
correct.
What do the old cowboys call the female cowboys?
Cowgirls?
I mean, that's...
I don't
They didn't say that, cowgirl. I guess they did.
Well, there was a time where I'm not even sure they were.
They're allowed to be cowgirls?
Yeah, they were just like inside in a dress.
Go make me some flavorless bread.
I want something with zero flavor.
We could be
right now.
bartenders working in the saloon,
Pour me a nice glass of mud water.
slinging beers.
Well, whatever. Cowgirls are welcome to it, Trash Bandits.
We're a progressive group of cowboys.
April 19th. Yeah, we're like the group from Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, everybody's allowed.
April 19th, sign up at 1059thebrew.com. There are limited spots available for Trash Bandits if you want to come out and clean the parks up with your family and friends and hang out with the radio show and a bunch of other awesome listeners and get fed at the end. Sign up now, 1059thebrew.com. Let's do this.
Let's get it on.
And now, the big story.
This is where we go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. Who wants to go first?
I could go. Allergy season. We all deal with it the older we get. I'm definitely part of that squad, and forecasters are predicting above average pollen counts for this allergy season, a point to where 39 states, including us, will see a spike in this when warm weather shows up finally. It's funny how we're like, can we get some sun? And then it gets here and we sneeze our head off. The difference this year is that the allergy season could last into autumn. And they say allergy season across the country lasting 1 to 4 weeks longer than they did 50 years ago.
Wow.
So I don't know what it is, but maybe it's not all our fault. It might also just be the environment.
Yeah. Could
Yeah,
be.
the older I get, man, the worse they get. It sucks. But when I grew up, I just remember everyone suffering, and I went, "Wow, man,
I'm so lucky.
I'm like a superhero."
I felt like a
Yeah.
superhero too, and then one day you wake
Yeah.
up and
My eyes are itchy, and my face puffs up like a puffer fish. And
Yeah.
you're going,
Sneezy McSneezerson over here.
happening to me?
yeah, it's really just not a fair deal.
I think the big story is that yesterday, speaking of allergies and the weather changing, was not just the first day of spring, you guys. Yesterday was also Alien Abduction Day.
Ooh.
Yes, that is a thing. So a website put out a list of the states with the highest likelihood of an alien abduction. You ready for this? California is the state with the highest likelihood that you will be abducted by an alien, followed by Washington State at number 2, Florida at number 3.
Well, that's just someone got eaten by a gator. I don't think anybody was.
Yeah, maybe that's true. Oregon came in at number 4, so the Pacific Coast is fully represented. And then rounding out the top 5, we've got New York. But over here on the West Coast, watch out for probings and abductions.
I better not get abducted going into a weekend, though.
I know,
If you're
come
going
on
to abduct
now.
me, you better take me
Yeah,
on
but
Monday.
take me on Monday, dude. Come on.
yeah.
Seriously.
I think the big story of the day is David Draymond, the lead singer of Disturbed, is suing his former landlord for allegedly causing health issues that impacted his singing career due to mold in a rental home in Florida.
Whoa.
Draymond had been paying $18,500 a month for the 5,200 square foot home and
Man.
discovered mold and leaks that were not disclosed to him before moving in, leading to health concerns affecting his singing career. The lawsuit accuses the landlord of fraudulent misrepresentation, fraud, unjust enrichment, and negligence, stating that the mold issues impacted Draymond's ability to sing and affected his recording and studio time.
Didn't you say that a guy that you used to work with, that actually you and I have both worked with, went to his house once
Yeah.
and it was like
Gross.
just covered in like dog hair and
He
stuff.
went there for-
Could that be part of the problem, David?
Possibly,
I don't
honestly,
know.
because my old boss in Detroit went there for a listening party. You know,
Yeah.
a Dune Disturbed album came out, and he just invited a bunch of record reps and radio people over to
Sure,
listen.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then so I guess he went into like, you know how families got, there's like the main room where there's a television, and there's like another living room that's got some couches. but
People
there's-
don't really use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they used for the listening party at his house,
Yeah.
and he said it was covered. I guess he had some bulldogs and other dogs, like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And he said that every piece of furniture was covered in a thick layer of dog hair.
And that's at the listening party. That was probably after he cleaned up a bit,
Yeah.
you know, because
Yeah.
imagine what it's like when you're not letting strangers in your house.
Right.
It's got to be terrible.
I thought you'd have a cleaning person come
You
in.
just have them sweep
I mean,
through.
you're paying $18,000 for rent. You can afford someone to come clean your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, more on the stories online at 1059thebrew.com. You want David Spade tickets? We've got one more pair this morning. 9:30 this morning is we're going to give those David Spade tickets away. So come back, if you're at work, just tell your boss you got to do something real quick.
Yeah.
And get those Spade tickets. In the meantime, we're going to check your talkback messages. Download the iHeartRadio app for your cell phone. And once you have the Brew streaming, press the microphone button to record something.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Happy Friday. I heard Laura talking this morning about her bracket, and she's like, well, it's not looking good.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it's lingering near the bottom. It's not in dead last.
I mean,
But
okay.
we should be full disclaimer. It's not in dead last, but it's second to last and third to last.
And it's both brackets, and the person who's last has 3 brackets, and that's the only one of his that's at the bottom. So I'm sure that was just his throwaway bracket.
His fluke.
So
Wow.
I've got one bracket. I'm in third. I'm in contention. But
This is
like I said to you
ridiculous.
this morning, this doesn't mean anything. I could lose all Final Four teams before we see each other next week. And then I'm just green and dead. So anything can happen over the weekend. Come Monday, you sit down there, and second to last, you're probably...
Well, I know that you got a lot on the line. I know you got like 200 and something, 220 in on different brackets. So if you win, you're going to get like $4K.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that you get that because you're all taking a Red Lobster if that happens.
Yeah, I actually, you'd get 3,000 or 3,500 because you have to give second and third a little bit.
that's fair. That's still pretty good, though.
Not bad at all, man.
But yeah, I've got Florida, and a handful of people have Florida, so it's all about early points, and then chomp, 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 go Gates.
Well, good luck. You got, let's see, you got UNC taking on Ole Miss today. You got, what else?
A full docket game starting at 9 o'clock this morning, going all the way through tonight, including the Oregon Ducks taking on Liberty at 7:10 tonight. Yeah, as you can see, I am rocking the old school Duck shirt today.
I hope they make it through.
Yeah, oh my God, got to get through the first round.
We'll get more in Drew's Sports Report in a few minutes. In the meantime.
And now, Tanner, Drew, and Laura's Dumbass of the Day.
This is when you know you're on social media too much and you probably drink too much.
Okay.
A Florida man was arrested for wanting to fight President Trump, quote, naked to the death.
Oh, why would...
It's a challenge. I mean, you ask.
Take your clothes off, Mr. President. About to fight.
Strip down, we're going to get it.
A Florida man, Kendall Aaron Todd, was arrested after allegedly posting violent threats against President Trump on social media. Authorities say that he shared a video where he challenged President Trump to fight him to the death naked and declared himself U.S. president.
Oh, so that's how you win the
Okay,
presidency.
got it.
Naked wrestling.
He wants the throne.
Oh, come on, Kenny. This is a sideways idea.
It's extreme.
As you would expect, the Secret Service didn't take kind to those threats.
Right.
And he's been charged with making written threats to the president and is being held on a $500,000 bond. But I just love all right, Mr. President, take those skivvies off.
Yeah, I'll wait for you to get your slacks off while I stretch.
I mean, it's not cool to want to fight the president to the death, period, end of story. But to do it naked, why?
I don't know.
Why
I don't
is
get
why
it.
has it got to be that way?
I guess, the
don't get it.
Olympians used to compete naked. Maybe this is how the real men did it.
Yeah, he
back in
just
the
wants
day.
it to be authentic.
That's
You
right.
get one little leather cloth for your area.
But if I tear it away, you don't get a second leather cloth.
Just the rules of the game.
Yeah, it's a tough sport, but I think both men would have a good fighting chance.
Everyone just needs to calm down.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to relax. I popped onto the internet for a second. You know how
Well, that's your first mistake.
number one mistake is went online. But you know how there's some friends you have that will go a little hard on politics.
Yeah.
I
It
started
feels
reading.
like everybody these days.
Yeah, it's a lot. But this one dude on my Facebook in particular goes off a lot now. All of a sudden, when he never did. And as soon as the election happened, he was every day posting something.
Sure.
Like he just became enlightened. But he, I'll read the
lot.
comments and everyone's really toxic and negative and yelling. And it's like, dude,
It's not good
You
for
do
the,
this-
the old mental health.
yeah, you could do this for another 4 years.
Yeah.
I saw one yesterday. It's like because people feel attacked, but they're doing the same things. So it's like, so let me get this straight, Facebook. So now I can't just give a simple, open-minded opinion without getting lashed on because everyone's so polarized. Like,
Yeah.
Now I'm canceled.
yeah, exactly.
Now I'm
Yeah, and I
canceled.
think that was quoted in there
God.
too. Now I'm canceled.
Shut
Me?
up.
Just talking common sense. Oh man, and it's the paragraph bombs that I think
Oh
turn
my
off the
God.
masses.
Yeah.
Well, I just hope they
Most people don't hit see the rest of your story.
And one can only hope that they just post themselves into a suspension, so you don't see it for a while.
Or they could post a video like this guy and post themselves right in
Yeah.
a prison.
When
That's
when
true.
social media is like, you're gonna need a timeout. No, seriously, go to your room.
Right.
6 days.
More on that story at 1059thebrew.com. All right, comedian Preacher Lawson you know him from AGT. He's going to be in town this weekend.
Nice.
And in studio with us coming up here in about an hour. Real quick, though, I want to tell you about my friends at the Advocates. Write this website down, advocateslaw.com, because you're going to need it if you're ever in a car accident. You know, the insurance companies are not on your side. You're just a number to them. Now, they say that you're in good hands and that they'll take care of you, but when push comes to shove, they become difficult. So reach out to Ken and Donnie at the Advocates. I know these guys personally. They're great people, and they're going to make sure that you're not taken advantage of. They just want to make sure that the insurance companies pay you what you're owed. That's what you've been paying them every month for. That's what they should do. The Advocates are going to make sure that happens. They've actually gotten over $100 million for their clients, and they don't get paid until you win, so it's no risk to you. Reach out to advocateslaw.com. Advocateslaw.com. If you've been injured in an accident, you're going to need these guys. Again, there's no risk to you, so check them out, advocateslaw.com. When you've been in an accident, you need more than an attorney. You need an advocate.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Well, the madness got kicked off in wild fashion as I doubt many brackets were broken yesterday because while there were upsets, it wasn't like 1 seeds or 2 seeds were going down. Now, there was a little bit of a scare for Auburn in the first round, which I've got them going a little ways, but anytime you can knock off a team that's not in your Final Four, I was kind of like, all right, let's see what these guys can do. But it wasn't enough. Alabama State did go hard, but it just wasn't there in the end. They get the victory. But the real upset city has to go to McNeese, who knocked off Clemson. Clemson, one of my Sweet 16 teams, but it was magic for them. They held Clemson to 17 points in the first half. And then I came and sat down and started watching the second half just to see if anything could happen. And Clemson fought all the way back and ended up losing by 2 after being down 25 with just 8 minutes left in this game. Afterwards, it was McNeese star talking about how it doesn't matter if it's Clemson or anyone else.
To beat them in this situation, on this stage, it's amazing. It's amazing, but they don't really got nothing to do with being Clemson. We could have beat any team in here. It's just amazing to win with these guys.
Now, McNeese will, if they can win again, you play the following weekend. I feel like that's when the magic really happens because the whole idea that, you could be the big man on campus all the way through the week. You can't get eliminated on a Tuesday, and you don't play again till Thursday. So we'll see what they can do moving forward. But my bracket's still middle to upper part of the pack. Laura's not on life support, but needs some help from some of the bangers this morning. Maybe a couple of upsets of other people's brackets. There's your sports.
Thank you very much. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to check in with the Beef Water.
Oh, yeah?
That beef.
The one and only Beef. He's actually in Texas right now.
Yeah.
In Texas. He's with his dad. I don't know. What exactly is he doing in
It's like
Texas?
a whole family reunion road trip situation. He's driving all over the place.
Oh, it sounds terrible.
It's like a National Lampoon's thing.
Yeah.
Oh, let's drive across the entire state of Texas.
Well, we'll check in with him and see if he wants to kill his dad yet. Coming, or maybe vice versa.
Yeah.
Coming up here at the top of the hour. Also, there's a woman in Texas, speaking of Texas, that might not ever see her lotto winnings. And we're talking about $83.5 million.
Whoa.
She might not see it.
What?
That's bad news.
We'll tell you why coming up in minutes.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
what's trending.
We got a lot of good stuff online, like our Donkey Show podcast. It's the show after the show. Yesterday was pretty fun. We recorded a new one. It's unedited, it's uncensored, and it's pretty stupid. So check it out.
You're going to love it.
Loaded daily, 1059thebrew.com. Also, Will Smith, actor Will Smith. Would you consider him one of the greatest actors of all time?
He's tainted his legacy as of late, but I'd say he's one of the funnest actors in his time.
Yeah, I wouldn't really necessarily consider him one of the greats, but what do I know?
Because great is good, like acting skill, right?
Well, I do think he's got some acting chops. If you remember, The Pursuit of Happiness was really good.
Sure.
And the one about the Williams sisters.
Yes,
King
yeah,
Richards.
where he
Richards, yeah.
actually won an Oscar.
And then,
And slapped the S out of Chris Rock.
Womp
Yeah,
womp.
but that doesn't define the actual movies because a lot of great actors are terrible in real life.
Yeah, well, Will Smith actually, he referred to himself as one of the greatest actors of all
Oh,
time.
that's not a good idea.
So you just can't be doing that.
So, and I guess this was in a recent podcast or something, but he named Marlon Brando, Denzel Washington, and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Well, those are all great actors.
Here's the clip.
So Marlon Brando, me, Denzel. Now who would be my fourth? Who do I think? And why I like those is like there's actors and then there's movie stars. Okay. And there's a difference between actors and movie stars.
What's the difference?
An actor can deliver a role, and I know who my fourth is, Daniel Day-Lewis. An actor can deliver a role and take you to something that is a transformative experience. But a movie star can put a movie on their back and carry it. You go to a Denzel movie because it's a Denzel movie.
So there's Will Smith putting
I
him
love how he
on a
just
list of one of the
kind
greats.
of like
In
he
passing.
he brushed over it. Yeah, I was like,
and then me and
yeah, I was like, wait, did he just say me? And then the fact that he couldn't think of a fourth actor, he's like,
it's really just three of us on Rushmore
yeah.
here.
Yeah, well, he did come up with Daniel Day-Lewis, but
eventually.
I thought it was a little awkward, and
I don't think you're
he's
allowed
great.
to give yourself that title.
I think you're right, Laura,
Yeah.
because I think he's great. When he's in the right role.
If you ask the question if he's one of the biggest stars of all time, yes.
Yeah,
But greatest
I would definitely
actor,
consider him a movie star.
Yeah.
And he can act, but you just don't put yourself in the conversation. It's like with Jordan, you play the games and let the critics tell you if you're great or not.
Like I look at Chris Pratt kind of the same way. Like Chris Pratt's a movie star. I don't think he's like a great actor.
Oh, he couldn't.
But
just
he's a movie star.
Yeah, exactly.
Could he like really deliver an emotional scene where he can cry and everything like Meryl Streep?
I feel like
Probably not.
he's got to try to go there eventually because the cash cow on just explosions and quick little I'm an idiot quips only lasts so long.
Well, you can check out that interview if you want in its entirety at 1059thebrew.com, as well as many other things. And you can sign up to be a Trash Bandit.
Yeah, you better.
That's right.
We've got another Trash Bandits cleanup event coming up on April 19th where we're going to clean up a local park in the surrounding area. That will be Lynn's Park in the surrounding areas. So sign up now, 1059thebrew.com. There are limited spots available. All right, coming up next, you know him from AGT, Preacher Lawson's going to be in studio with us on 1059 The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break, or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake.
All right, you know him from America's Got Talent and a bunch of other TV shows and various projects. He's actually going to be filming his third special this weekend at the Aladdin Theater. Please welcome to the show, Preacher Lawson!
What up, baby?
What up?
Thank you so much for having me.
Hold on, I feel like you deserve one of these. You deserve one of these, my friend.
Yeah, that'll kick off the show.
The party horn.
I wonder how that was created.
Yeah, who did that?
Who did it first?
Who did that?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
Some
then what
producer?
DJ heard that was like, wait a second.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna pump every party with that.
Yeah.
I think the better one is this.
I like that.
That's
one.
how it was created.
Preacher
that's the first
Lawson,
one.
you've been on the show before, dude. You're so funny, and this weekend you're filming your third special at the Aladdin Theater, which is dope.
Yes.
And
yes.
is it because I just found this out today? You were raised in Memphis, but you were born here in Portland.
Yeah, I was born here, man. I left when I was like 9, came back when I was 13, went to Clear Creek and Gresham.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
Oh,
used to
so
live
you spent some time.
Yeah, I used to live in Newburgh,
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
do you know what hospital you were born at?
No.
No, you
My
don't
mom told me, but I don't know. It was in
In one
Portland.
ear, out the other.
It was in Portland, yeah.
Yeah, but Drew was wondering if it was the same place he was born at.
Where were you born at?
It was Good Samaritan.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, nice. I knew we had
No,
something
no,
in
no.
common.
That's crazy. So how long did you live here before you moved?
I left when I was 9, came back when I was 13, left when I was 14, came back when I was 19.
Oh, damn.
And then I left again. But
And now we got legal pot here.
I know. Well, I mean, it may as well have been legal then.
Yeah,
right.
Because it was really easy. I remember you just go to the Saturday market and you could
Yeah.
get a sack pretty easily.
Yeah,
And
you
he
can
was
go
out
next
towards
door.
Gresham. You just go stand in front of a Kmart or something. They'll throw it right at you.
That's not all they were selling there.
I was gonna say, check the bag.
Yeah.
So was it your mom that lived here?
Yeah, my mom was born in Cali, but she moved up here. She was actually the first black family in Sherwood. They were in like the newspaper. They had the whole
No
thing.
Really?
way.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
pretty crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, but I remember when I go to my grandma's house, they had it framed because they had the picture and everything.
I mean, it's sad that happened just not that long ago.
Yeah, in any sort of recent
but
history.
I'm glad
Sherwood is a
that it
small
happened.
place, or it's actually beautiful, and
yeah, the whole
people.
Portland's beautiful.
But
It's
even
growing
that,
like crazy,
place
too.
in particular, everybody wants to go there all of a sudden.
Really?
Yeah, because
Is it like popular now?
It's growing. It's they're building houses left and right.
Yeah, it's big business out there.
Yeah.
It's growing. No more farms out there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just remember a lot of trees. I remember it being beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
Now you're in Memphis, and so God, the food. We got great food here, but the food in Memphis is.
Well,
Also pretty dope.
I haven't been in Memphis in like a long
Are
time.
you're LA now?
No, I have not even. I've moved out of LA.
Where you
last
at?
September.
Where
I
you
know,
at?
man. I'm running. I'm running. They're never gonna find me. No. No. It does seem like I'm running, but I move every year. I move anyway.
Like on purpose?
Yeah.
You're just like, let's switch it
Wait,
up.
like hold on, like you moved to different states?
Yeah, I mean, well, when I was growing up, I moved. I guess
Yeah.
I'm just used to it. So I
Like
moved.
a nomad.
I moved I went to a bunch of schools when I was in Oregon. I went to 3 of them schools in 5th grade and 3 of them schools in 6th grade, 3 of them schools in 7th grade. Actually, the first time I ever went to a school 4 years when I moved back to Oregon and I went to Gresham and I went to school the full year.
Really?
But then after that, I moved back to Memphis. You know what I mean?
To get back into the jump around.
When do you know it's time to move? Like when you
when it's a year.
Just 1 year.
Okay.
I usually move every year, and I always have done that. I mean, I moved to. Yeah, I just move. I just move.
See, I moved to Detroit once, and I lived there for 2 years and moved back, and that took like 5 years out of my life. I felt like I can't imagine doing that every year.
Yeah, I hate moving.
But you probably
do
live
it
like
You hate moving, but you move all the time.
Isn't that weird?
So do you have like a light amount of stuff you keep?
Yeah, you
then?
probably don't have a lot of
God.
furniture.
I had
Clutter.
a birthday on Saturday, right?
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy
Thank you
belated
so
birthday.
much. I appreciate it. I made it. And it's there's a correlation to this birthday. I didn't just bring it up.
Just want some love.
Yeah. Speaking of moving, I had a birthday. No. So I don't like gifts, right? I don't like gifts.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, when someone gives you a gift, they're like, all right, how you treat this gift is how much you love me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, don't give it to me because I'm going to lose it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't like having a lot of things.
Yeah.
And so I do it's pretty easy for me to move.
So do you have
That's
a favorite place that you've lived thus far?
No, I just like everywhere.
Okay.
I feel like if I don't like where I'm at, I don't like where I'm at.
So do you even know where you live right now?
I'm living in Dallas, Texas. Yeah.
Dallas,
in
Texas.
Dallas,
All right. That's where I was born.
You was born in
I
Dallas,
was born in
Texas?
Dallas, Texas.
In the
This is
same
actually really
hospital
cool.
as you.
Yeah, it was. I lived there till I was about 10, and then I moved up here.
Oh, nice. You miss it?
No, I'm an Oregon boy now, and
nice.
I went to high school here, and
The trees.
the trees, and yeah, it's the heat. I can't do that 105. It's probably hotter now in the summer.
hotter.
But yeah, like I can't do that heat, and there's a church on every block. I don't need that.
Yeah. I said it's not close to Portland.
No.
It's a different world.
Yeah, Portland's
If I get pulled over with a
vibe.
little bit of pot, they're gonna cuff and stuff me.
Oh,
there.
Yeah,
buddy,
they're
you're gonna
definitely
get
going to jail for life.
You're
They're
never
going to send
getting
you to
out.
another country. You got to go back to Africa. They're like,
But speaking of good food, man, Dallas, Texas also is a place with dope food. They got great Tex-Mex, great barbecue.
Yeah. You know I'm plant-based.
Whataburger. Oh, you're a vegetarian?
I'm not a vegetarian. I'm vegan.
Vegans.
Okay.
straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
All the way.
Yeah,
And that's
all
how
the
you-
way. I was like,
It's like,
man.
stop talking to me about brisket.
I haven't had a piece of that.
In
forever.
Texas, that's got to be. I mean, everyone's barbecuing something. That's got to be difficult. Or do you don't even like the smell?
Nah, it's not difficult to be vegan. The worst part about being vegan is telling people.
Having and everyone
That's
goes,
the
And
worst
then it's
part.
cool. Well, that must be really
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah,
because our vision of a vegan is like all like malnourished and
Yeah.
like hunched
And
over
I'm jacked.
and cold.
I'm jacked.
You are jacked.
If you hug me, you're going to start bleeding. I'm shredded. No, I'm joking.
How do you make up for all the protein you need?
Oh, man, if you're missing protein, you're probably dying. Like, there's no way you're missing protein. Like, people that eat excess protein, that's because they're bodybuilders. But you don't need that. I mean, everything has protein in it. So I just eat my food.
You just eat your food.
I just
right.
eat food.
Don't think about it.
Yeah, I don't think about
Impressive.
it. I go to the gym, and then I
your
just
food.
eat my food.
How much you lifting, bro? What's your
Bro, I don't even lift weights like
even
that
lift.
anymore. I do like jujitsu, and I mean, I'm trying to get back into the gym, but I definitely don't. I mean, I turned 34, man. I'm about to die soon, so
You get to an age where you're not trying to max
I'm
out.
not trying to max it. Yeah,
How often you train in jiu-jitsu? A couple times a week?
I mean, first thing I did when I landed, I went to a jiu-jitsu gym. I think it was called Unicorn Jiu-Jitsu. So
Okay.
shout out to Unicorn Jiu-Jitsu for having me.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you're dedicated about it.
Yeah, man, I did my second competition like last Sunday. Got gold. You know what I'm saying?
hell
So
Really?
if anybody heckle me this weekend, if anybody,
Yeah, you're not gonna let what happened to Chris Rock happen to you.
I'm extremely dangerous.
No. I mean, I think Chris Rock handled that the best way possible.
With class,
I
right?
think
When he got
don't
slapped.
attack them back.
No, you
I
could.
think-
He said he almost did. He goes, "Oh, I could." Oh, and then he moved on. Like he wanted to
And
drop
what would
bombs.
he do? What would Chris Rock do to 6'2"?
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I think
no, he would have
I meant,
attacked
like,
with words.
With words, yes.
Yeah,
okay,
he would have
yeah,
got just absolutely
You
decimated on
idiot.
his feet.
Yeah.
Well, he
for
just
sure.
sounded like he was about to drop bombs on
He
both
did.
Jada and Will, but he held back, and I was like, "Oh,
He did. He did.
He was a man about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I
like,
think he handled it the best way. You know, the best way
Class.
possible. I wouldn't have been able.
you would have taken him right. You would have grappled him right to the ground."
I would have scratched him immediately. I mean, I would have done something. I would have bit him. I mean, there's just no way. He would've-
yeah, a raking of the eyes would have come his way.
How would if that happened to you? What would you do?
I would have kicked him in his
Dude,
nuts.
I would have been stunned.
True.
And honestly,
He's 6'2".
Isn't
like-
that against the rules?
but to
You
Drew's
can't-
point,
you can't do.
to Drew's point, like the man would have kicked in, I think, and like I would have been like, I don't know, like I think I would have lost it.
Yeah.
And like just saw red and probably
Yeah.
would have done something
Yeah.
back.
I don't know. I think I would have just stood there stunned. Like,
Yeah.
what just
I mean, first off, if he
happened?
slapped you, everybody else would have ran.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true. Yeah.
But
It's
it's
a little
since it was
different
Chris
for
Rock,
me.
we
Yeah.
still gave him a standing ovation about 10 minutes later for an Oscar. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
but
well.
look at him. Never mind. It didn't work out too well from that.
Did you hear
Yeah.
this
He could
clip?
have been president or something.
Oh, he really
You know what
could.
I mean?
I
Like,
thought so.
People loved him. Like,
There was
people-
a clip that went viral this morning. We just played it before you got here. That Will Smith considers himself one of the greatest actors of all time, along with Marlon Brando, Denzel Washington, Daniel Day-Lewis, and I think there was one other guy.
Will.
And him.
And then Will Smith. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do
That's
you?
what he said?
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
No, I think for first off, the only reason I'm doing stand-up comedy is because Will Smith.
He
Really?
was
Okay.
he was a hero to so many of us.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince, you kidding me?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is the reason I'm doing stand-up because every sitcom starred a comedian. You know, so like, I was like, okay, I'll do stand-up just to be on a sitcom. So he's like so influential as far as like the way my comedic timing and just like a lot of things. But you know, I don't know about him being the. He's
good.
He's one of my favorite actors.
The Pursuit of
You
Happiness is
wouldn't-
great.
You
I Am
wouldn't put him
Legend's
on the
great.
Mount Rushmore, though.
I don't
Not with
think I'm the
Marlon
guy to
Brando.
ask.
Because we said he's a superstar through his time, but not necessarily the greatest actor of all time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, who would y'all put up there?
Oh, that's a
Daniel
hard question.
Day-Lewis is hard to go
for sure.
away from.
I feel like Marlon Brando, Daniel Day-Lewis, Denzel's great. Those are all great. What about some ladies? Meryl Streep should probably be there, right?
Yeah, Meryl Streep,
Yeah.
absolutely. up there.
It's
I don't
just
know, Martin
all the,
Short? I don't know.
I think that anytime you just include your own name in
People
the
get
list,
mad.
Yeah, let other
that's
people
the
do
It's
that.
like
problem.
when LeBron was like, I'm the greatest basketball player
Right.
of all time.
It comes off
People like-
douchey.
And we're like,
Yeah,
you're super
yeah.
good, but stop telling us.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
tell you how great you are because it'll come out in the wash.
Because
me,
if,
I'm
if
like,
that's
why
the
do you
truth,
care?
if that's
Why
the
do you-
truth, you don't need to say it because the data will show it.
Yeah,
your
exactly.
performance will show it. You don't need to say it. It just comes off very arrogant and douchey.
Yeah, no, I feel he's probably arrogant and douchey, but I don't put that past any of my idols. But like, I think that the same thing is like, why do you want that validation?
Yeah.
You know, like you're worth $300 million.
Yeah,
Right.
You won.
You drive around on a scooter in Dubai with the wind in your hair, like you
you
got
won.
it, you got it.
But I guess that's what all he wants is like he wants to be known as the great. I think he's one of the greatest actors ever, and I don't have a top Rushmore. I don't think the greatest anything is like the greatest basketball player.
It's
To me,
all up for debate.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
what do you the greatest singer?
Because that's just right
I think
now,
it's not
eventually-
debatable what the greatest singer is.
That's just right now. Eventually, that will change. You know, like if you're the greatest now, and sooner or later, it's going to be
It
somebody
also
else.
depends on who you are. You know, it's all based on opinions.
Yeah.
And that way, I'm dying to know who's the greatest singer of
We
all
all
time.
know it. I'm not going to do this with you. I'm not doing this. We all know who it is.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Who is the greatest singer of all
The
time?
greatest singer of all time. Greatest singer
Weird Al
of all time.
Yankovic.
Adele.
Well, come on now.
We all know who it is. I'm not playing the game because we all know who it is.
Mariah.
No, you don't believe that.
Aretha.
Whitney.
Yeah, you're not saying the names on purpose. So
Is
that's
it
fine.
Prince?
Oh, Prince
on.
is going to go. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson? No, he's not the
This
best.
is a trick question.
Michael Jackson is not the greatest artist of all time.
I didn't say that. I just don't think he's the greatest singer.
No, he's not the greatest. But the greatest singer.
But
is
he's
like
got the whole package.
Avery Wilson.
He was the great.
You know who Avery Wilson is? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like he's the greatest singer of all
That's
time.
why I didn't go there.
He has the greatest voice. But
But Michael Jackson is probably the biggest superstar at his peak.
Is that it? Is it MJ for you?
yeah, it's got to be MJ.
All right.
He's not my favorite artist. I like Stevie Wonder, but
Okay.
Would you go to his park?
yeah,
Would you send your kids to his house?
I don't have any kids, so
Oh, okay.
So
Dodge
he's like,
that
he
question.
dodged that for sure.
yeah.
If I get to go too,
Well, dude, Preacher, I am super excited to see your show this weekend. You're doing a special, recording your third special at the Aladdin Theater. And are tickets still on sale, or is it sold out?
Yeah, well, the first show is pretty much packed out, and so we're trying to get some in the second. So
Okay.
nice.
9:30 show.
All right, so you need to go. What do we have the website, or is it just like Aladdin.com?
I should know this.
I feel like we should also know it. I don't think it's Aladdin.com. That seems too easy.
Well, you can go to preacherlawson.com.
There
you go.
There you go.
And then go click on the link to Aladdin.com.
Yes, go see the show. It's going to be super funny. He's going to be filming this special, and who knows, you could maybe see yourself in the edited version on TV or something.
Let's be honest, you're probably getting edited out.
Right on. Preacher Lawson, dude, you are the man. Thanks so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it. It's 105.9 The Brew, Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Preacher Lawson was cool, man.
Yeah,
Love
he's
that
so
guy.
nice.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
Off the air, right after the segment a second ago, he tells us that he lost his wallet
And his keys.
just the other day. I guess he was on a flight in Dallas, where he lives, and he had like a 5-hour layover, so he went home real fast. At some point, he realized he left his wallet and keys on the plane.
Yeah.
And had to break into his house. And then we're like, well, how did you get here this morning? Because he was by himself, which is also unique. Usually,
There's a handler at least.
Yeah, Helium will bring him, or their managers, or they'll have a buddy with them, just an entourage. He came by himself, and we asked him how he got here. Since he lost his wallet, the dude Ubered here and used Apple Pay.
Yeah. I mean, at least he had his phone, because that was the saving grace.
Right?
Yeah.
But how do you get on an airplane without... He must have a
He
passport?
probably already had the ticket, so he could just do the little, show him the ticket on his phone. They'd probably scan it that way. He can get his rides, and he can tap to pay at most places.
Yeah.
So he's good there, but man, with no access to cash, I would be panicked.
Right.
Just to know I could go get some.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought
That's
it was
crazy.
pretty cool of him to actually take an Uber here to the radio station this morning.
And not punt on the idea.
Because I swear to God, 99.9% of comedians would do that.
We'll be like, nah.
I'm not coming in.
With
Yeah,
one
yeah,
show sold out already. I hope he fills up that other show, because that is one dangerous vegan. I mean, now
Yeah, he's
we know-
tall. He's a beast.
He does jujitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and heckle him tonight. And see how, or tomorrow. and see how
I
that goes.
wouldn't
And
give
he's-
that a shot.
He's hilarious. I was laughing this whole time he was
Yeah.
in here, even
Yeah.
on and off the air.
Definitely a fan.
PreacherLawson.com. He's filming his third special tomorrow at Helium, so go check that out.
Oh,
All right.
Aladdin.
Sorry, did I say Helium? Yeah, Aladdin. The
Muscle
Aladdin Theater.
memory.
All right, coming up here in a few minutes, we got to tell you about this woman in Texas where Preacher's living right now. This woman in Texas might not see her $83.5 million lotto winnings.
Uh-oh.
It's crap, man. Full story's coming up in minutes. We also have Beefwater. He's in Texas today, too.
Oh my
What is
God,
going on?
everyone's in Texas.
We'll check in with him in just a few minutes. Happy Friday. It's Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break, or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
1059 The Brew, Portland's rock station.
Yeah.
It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Yeah.
I feel like they're always trying to screw us out of paying us. You know, like the guy will make a half-court shot, you know, with the promise of getting 10 grand or something, or $1 million, but his foot will be an inch over the line, and they'll be like, no, we're not going to pay you now.
Sorry.
Or they find out you played junior college basketball 15 years ago.
The loopholes that these people will try to find to not pay you is astounding, because, you know, most people won't hear about that. They'll just see that that person won, and they'll never know that they didn't get the money.
Didn't get the money. Yeah.
If there's a way, they're going to go for it to stop you from getting paid.
That's why if that ever happens to you, go public and be as loud as possible, because there will
be an outcry.
And get a lawyer, too.
A Texas woman is anxiously waiting to see if she'll ever physically receive the $83.5 million that she won in the lottery.
That's no chump change.
$83.5 million. So after taxes, what is that?
At least 45 million.
Yeah.
The woman who chose to remain anonymous, and in Texas you can do that, feels that she's, quote, being treated like a bad guy after using a courier service to purchase her lottery ticket. According to the Texas Lottery Commission, there's a question as to the legality of the ticket purchase through a third-party service that picks up tickets for customers for a service fee.
So it's like an Instacart, but for lotto tickets.
Right.
I don't see the problem because of what we've been talking about earlier this week. Some people are not capable to walk into the store.
Right.
So why can't they send somebody to go get them a ticket?
And even so, even if they are, like, geo-fence the app so people in your state can't use it if it's not allowed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like
if that's against the law, then make it to where the courier can't pick the ticket up in the first place.
Yeah, because if I don't win, you're not going to write me a check for the $1 or $2 that I don't have anymore because you weren't allowed to play.
But I would bet that this probably is a legal app. There's probably, like, right? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think so. The woman gave the courier $20 for tickets, and for whatever reason, she's being lumped in a group that's accused of buying $25 million worth of tickets through couriers for a single drawing. So, like, there's something else going on, and she's being lumped up in it.
So this is a further question. Is she a part of the conspiracy to defraud the lottery? Because this is the claim that this one group got that many tickets, and then they'll split up the money based on that. But
what's wrong with that? If if a work pool does it, like, what's wrong with that?
I don't see a problem with it, but it's probably since it's organized in a fashion like that. But I think that's what the legal question is. That's why it hasn't been a no yet.
The woman's lawyer has made it clear that not paying his clients would cause a drop of faith in the Texas lotto system and would most certainly result in litigation.
Oh.
So he's saying, bring it on, bitches.
Yeah, because you can't stop fighting. If it's your ticket and it's $85 million
for it, yeah, like
I'm going to war. We're going to be in court every day until I get at least a piece.
You know, that lawyer, when she said, yeah, so I won $83.5 million, I just imagine him writing on a piece of paper and then stopping and looking right at her. It's like, 83 point what?
No, okay,
I will work day and night.
You've got my attention.
Yeah.
I will be your lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens there. I hope she gets it. You know, I really hope she does get it.
That sucks.
Because can you imagine? I would be the depression that would wash over me.
But I mean, I feel like it's going to be a long road, and I doubt she's going to get the cash until the investigation's over.
Right.
A win's a win, though. I mean, they got if it's not fraud, you know, if they don't find out another level of something in her involvement, and if it's as simple as she used an Instacart type thing to pick up, maybe they pick up some groceries and they grab you a lotto ticket. If they sell you the ticket and it's handed to you, what's the difference in if I buy a ticket and give it to a friend as a gift?
There's no difference. I don't think.
I can't gift you a ticket now?
It feels like a loophole. It feels like they're trying to find a loophole to not pay.
Go to war.
So hopefully she got a good lawyer, and I hope they win. We'll let you know what happens with that story. So there you go.
Ridiculous.
Weasels.
Everyone's just so happy.
And everyone's trying to take your money.
Everyone's trying to take your money. It's just, I hate it. This is why we can't have nice things, because
that's right.
Everyone sucks.
True.
All right, coming up in a few minutes, we're going to check in with The Beef. He's in Dallas, Texas, or just Texas in general, driving around with his family, so we'll see how he's doing. And then we'll have those David Spade tickets at 9:30 this morning.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
I think the theme today is Texas, right?
Yeah. Whole lot of Texas going on.
Beef Wellington.
Oh,
Mr. Beef.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Beefy.
Sounds like he's in a restaurant.
Beefy McBeef. He's probably eating some brisket as we speak.
Hey,
I
Beef.
am. I'm moving my way outside. What's up?
The stars at night are big and bright.
deep in the heart of Texas.
There it is.
Beefwater is in Texas this weekend, I guess, with his family. How's it been?
So far, so good. The flight was a little bouncy getting here. I was seated between two lovely ladies, one whom which started throwing up, and the other one was trying really hard not to.
Oh no!
So did they have to bust out the bag?
Oh yeah, I gave up my bag.
Oh, they double bagging.
It was like they filled theirs
Yeah,
up.
no.
So you were in the middle seat between one woman who was throwing up and one woman who was trying not to.
Bro, it was like a sandwich, and the vomit was the bread.
Was
in the middle of it.
Was the second lady just about to vomit because the other lady, it was just the chain reaction?
Yeah, was it like sympathy puke?
No, she had some motion issues as well, but she was doing that very pronounced exhale, and after about the third one, I went, I don't think she's doing that good.
Yeah. Well, how bad was the turbulence? It must have been pretty bad then.
It was pretty bouncy. Like once we hit the ground, even it kind of came in at the, kind of turned sideways a little bit. Got a little rowdy.
Little hockey stop, we like to call that.
Happening.
I don't know what's going on at the airport.
So in Texas, we know you're in the state of Texas, but where did you land and where are you now?
I landed in Dallas, went over to Waco, and now I'm down here outside of San Antonio. So I technically entered northern Texas. Now I'm in South Texas, and we're going to go and spend the day in San Antonio and see what kind of trouble we can find.
See the Alamo and whatnot?
I want to go back to these ladies who were throwing up. Did you get any of it on you? Because, when I threw up on an airplane once, I filled up 2 of those bags, and it just kept coming.
Disgusting.
Nasty.
So, but I'm assuming you smelled it.
Oh, yeah.
It started out, and luckily this is on the descent, so it wasn't like mid-flight, but it was still plenty long. Anyway, so she's like, I was like, man, does this descent feel like the longest descent ever? And she goes, yeah, I'm starting to feel a little nauseous. And I just let that roll because it's like, all right, that happens. We are bouncing a little bit. But then 5 minutes later, I don't hear anything other than the sound of liquid hitting the bottom of the bag. And then she turns around and she did that move where you wipe your whole face with your entire arm on your sleeve. You know what I mean? It starts to crook your elbow and you just do that whole swipe.
Because at that point you don't care if it's on you. You're just dying.
She just looked at me and she goes, I'm so sorry. And I go, don't worry about it. And that's when I handed her my bag as a backup because she was filling sack. And then
she was filling sack.
Dude, I would have been, and you're in the descent, so the seatbelt sign's on. She can't just go,
This
right?
is when I started vomiting.
No,
was as we're landing.
We're all locked in.
And I wanted to go to the lavatory. And
they're like, no.
Sir, you have to sit in your seat. And I just had 2 giant bags of vomit.
You're all, call the air marshal. I'm going anyway.
So that's, go ahead.
Being in the middle of it was that was something else because I was just landlocked. I had nowhere to go. I was just there for it. And listen, I'm going to be honest. I am a sympathy puker. If it gets too intense, it's happening to me too.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's like Stand By Me. I think any of us, if it's
chain
going
reaction.
and going and you smell that off-putting, nasty, can't be forgotten scent.
Oh my God.
Wow, well, that's exciting. An exciting start to the trip.
He got off the plane and immediately went to get some brisket.
Yeah.
All that vomit's got me.
You're not
wash his arms.
You're not wrong. We did go from the airport right to a barbecue place, and I'm not going to lie, it wasn't great.
Oh, really?
That's
amazing. Solid 6 on the beef meter.
But is that partially because you're jaded, right? You've been in a barf bucket in the sky, getting shook around, and then you go right to brisket. Could that be any of it?
Nah, brisket was dry, bro. Brisket was dry. And listen, if you're not feeling well, brisket's going to solve all your problems. Brisket always makes you feel better. Brisket always gives you a little pep talk, a little boost of confidence.
Yeah.
It's the brisket is an angel that was sent here by the Lord himself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it just wasn't that great. Well, have you been to Whataburger
no,
yet?
it was not. I have not been to Whataburger yet. I think that will be one of those fill-ins where we don't want to go to a restaurant, but we, got to cover a little bit of ground. So I'm hoping to hit that maybe this afternoon.
Have you been to any better barbecue restaurants since the initial one?
Since the dry brisket?
No, I have not. Other than I had some we all know about the old school wiener wrap, like the real nice fluffy bread wiener wrap, right?
Yeah.
They had these things, same thing, except instead of a hot dog, it was filled with brisket.
Was
and that was pretty fantastic.
I was gonna say, because in Texas you got to keep trying. There is great barbecue there. I mean, you
how many beef burgers do you give that, Beefy?
Oh, that was probably a solid 7.5, just because it was like part Hot Pocket, part dinner roll, brisket in the middle. Like it was a very nice morning treat.
7.5 beef burgers. Well, Beefwater, I'm glad you're having a good time with your family. You deserve a vacation. This guy works. He's the hardest worker in this building.
And he said, "I'm gonna gobble so many wiener wraps this weekend."
Yeah, well, he left the wraps part out.
Yeah, he didn't finish his sentence, but I think that's what he meant.
He's made good on his promise so
but
far.
I'm happy that this guy's finally getting a vacation because I don't know that he's had one since I've known him.
Yeah, he was going to become dangerous if we didn't get him some time.
All right, brother, we'll see you when you get back. All right, be safe.
Okay, see you later, man.
Beefwater in Texas.
Love you, bye. Man, what an exciting start to the adventure.
Yeah, a little chowder. You'd think you only get that at the coast.
We'll have some photos online on our Instagram at 1059thebrew or at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
story.
It's now time for the big story, where we go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. Who wants to go first, Drew?
Sure. You guys heard that we're going to try and fix up the Burnside Bridge?
Yeah, make it earthquake-proof.
Well, pump the brakes on that because Multnomah County, the big story is that there is now a delay in the Burnside Bridge project because of uncertain federal funding. Now, there's been a lot of cuts, trimming the fat, if you will. I'm not sure how this fits into trimming the fat because remember that this was going to be our only bridge that could withstand a major earthquake and would be the single form of getting food, fuel, humans across the water.
They just spent 2 years redoing the Selwood Bridge, and that's not earthquake-proof?
I don't know if it is because it's a refurb, but I don't know.
Well,
it seems kind of dumb.
It says that the Burnside is going to be the only one.
Maybe
What the hell? Why would they do
that? One that can take like the
big
boom shakalaka.
Yeah.
But
Big Earthy, as I believe what they're going to call it.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, Big Earthy earthquake.
yeah, Earthy McGirtherson.
Earthy McGirthy.
Okay.
The new bridge is being designed just for that, but it would be the only one that we have. So if say it happens, and they're like, yeah, the funding, and we crumble into two separate cities, that doesn't seem like trimmable fat.
Yeah, well, I
But
mean,
either way, for now, it's going to stay the way it is. That might be good news for Burnside Skate Park. I don't know how any of this was going to hinder kickflips and grinding rails, but
we shall see.
They might have to shut down some of it at one point just to get the other part of that bridge.
I'm sure at a certain point.
The undercarriage.
Yeah.
there'll be a revolt.
I think the big story of the day is nearly 2/3 of Americans get math anxiety. According to new studies, 64% of Americans suffer from math anxiety, and 13% rate theirs as severe. It goes beyond being uncomfortable during math class, as 47% say it's held them back at work and at school, and then 37% admit it interferes with their ability to make smart money decisions. My anxiety kicks in when I have to tip, or if I'm having to do quick math in front of people.
Yeah.
Because then I don't know why I panic and I start counting with my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're not alone in that. I know a lot of people who do that. For me, I think I just waited tables for so long that I just immediately think of the tip that I would want.
Yeah.
So I just see it in my head. But a lot of people have math anxiety like that.
And I think there's definitely different levels of it, too. I've always thought that a person should not be required to complete advanced algebra in order to be a successful person in the world when you'll never use it. But and that comes all the way down to even long division in a public space where you have to do it quick. There's anxiety and all that.
Why are we doing that? Yeah. I think the big story is that nearly all Cybertrucks have been recalled because they used the wrong glue. You spent $100,000 on a truck, you'd hope that the stainless steel panels wouldn't fly off while you're driving down the road, but alas, because apparently the wrong adhesive was used and parts of the trim have just been falling off. Unlike many other Tesla-related recalls, this one cannot be fixed with an over-the-air software update. The trucks must be brought into a service center for repairs, and this affects more than 46,000 Cybertrucks manufactured between November of 2023 and late February of 2025.
And that's pretty much all the ones on the road.
Pretty much every single one.
Yeah.
So,
I love how you have to notify them that there's no download to fix the glue problem.
Sorry.
All right, more on those stories at 1059thebrew.com. Coming up next, we want to know, did you ever have a nickname growing up? Like maybe somebody called you Chubbs or something. I don't know.
Not very nice.
Chubbs, get over here!
866-445-1059 is the number. What was your nickname growing up? We'll take your calls after Blur. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God.
All right, this morning we'd like to know, do you have a nickname? You know, I was thinking about it the other day. Someone was talking to me and they go, you guys have a guy in your show named Beefwater?
Oh, yeah.
And they were trying to figure all that out. And I was like, yeah, dude, he came in the studio once in a bright yellow shirt looking like mustard. And it said Beefwater on it. And we were like, what the hell is that? And he said he found it at a thrift store.
Yeah, of course.
And I guess we found out it was a band or something. And and then we started calling him Beefwater. So it stuck. The reason I said Chubbs a second ago is because I remember I was a junior in high school, and it was in one of my classes, and I can't remember what, but I just said I joked with the teacher. I said my name was Chubbs, and he thought it was hilarious, and so he drew a character of me on the chalkboard and put Chubbs on my T-shirt, and so like the rest of the year, it's called me Chubbs.
That sucks. And
I didn't mind it.
You gave yourself.
I
that
gave
nickname.
it to myself. I mean, it was embarrassing a little bit because I was saying it as a joke, and then it just stuck.
Yeah, and you're like, oh man, that was just for today.
But at the same time, I didn't.
Yeah, and you lean into it. It's a lot better than saying, "Don't call me Chubbs."
Yeah, right.
You know, then it'll be for life.
It's not really my name, you guys.
Yeah.
But did you have a nickname growing up, Laura? Did your friends call you anything like?
I still have a nickname, and it's confusing. It's me and my best friend. I think you've probably heard me refer to her as Buggy, but we refer to each other as Buggy. So her real name is Ashley. But we.
Yeah, I didn't know that until just now. You've always referred to her as
I
Buggy.
didn't realize you were also Buggy.
Yes, so we are both Buggies, and so when we are talking, sometimes it gets a little confusing because she refers to me as Buggy, and I also refer to her as Buggy. So I don't know, her sister.
This would be super annoying to be a third party with you two.
It absolutely would.
Well, they've known each other since what?
Fifth grade, and I think her sister gave us the nickname. It wasn't Buggy, but it was. I don't know. It evolved somehow, and we both ended up being Buggy. So.
What about you? Were you called Buggy or?
I wasn't called Buggy.
Maybe Lil Chubbs.
But you know, I think the reason why for the last 20 years on this show we've been nicknaming people, and long before that I was always the nickname guy. Like my friends all had nicknames because my brothers would do it to me. You know, like so. The ones that because I would be the one they would get a rise out of. So they'd call you JR or LH, which is short for Jelly Roll or Love Handles.
Okay.
And my favorite was my oldest brother liked to make up a story that I never took a shower. And so he called me Knott's Berry Farms because the jelly, but it was just to them. But they would laugh and it would build. So Knott's Berry Farms was for a long time. But my actual nickname growing up was, they just took part of my last name. And no one called me Drew for 10 years. They called me only Tides.
Yeah, I still hear your friends call you Tides.
Yeah,
Tides, what's up, bro?
If somebody says that to me, I know you from a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. What was your nickname growing up? It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning. Is this Mark?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, bud. What was your nickname growing up? Was it Marky Mark?
And the Funky Bunch?
Well, no, it was narcoleptic. Because I have narcolepsy, I sleep a lot. Yeah, everybody calls me narcoleptic.
Narcoleptic?
Wait, do you really have narcolepsy?
I really do, yes.
That's the greatest name ever, dude. That's a perfect nickname for you.
I'm sorry that probably hurt your feelings at the time, but that person was brilliant.
Yeah.
Narcoleptic. Yeah, did it bother you or did you embrace it?
I kind of embrace it, really. There's nothing to do about it. So
yeah, I think it's kind of cool. It's clever.
What's the weirdest place you've ever fallen asleep?
I want to know.
The drive-thru at McDonald's.
Oh, that sucks.
Did they think you were smashed?
I was waiting to pull up to the order board, and I fell asleep. And they called the police because
And hopefully
people were like banging on my window and shit, and I couldn't wake up. And
you said the S word. You can't say that. You said they were banging on his window and stuff,
and it woke him up. I mean, so how often do you have to do that? Like tell people you're not on drugs?
Not too often because I don't leave the house too often. I have my little circle that I keep to, and you know, I used to drive for a living, and obviously I can't do that anymore. And,
right? Yeah.
Please.
So I just kind of stick to my little circle and have a supportive wife. And
fair enough.
All right.
Well, that's great.
Well, glad you're doing well. Go take a nap. Go take a nap, buddy.
I feel like I will.
Yeah, rest up.
No doubt.
Thank you, Markoleptic. That is your new name when you call into the show from now on.
It's incredible.
Markoleptic. It's a great name, dude. This text message comes to us from 9820. It says, mine was Big Diesel. I've been a big dude my whole life, and I liked playing basketball back then, so I got the same name as Shaq.
Big Diesel.
Right. That's not bad.
Let's go to Michael. What's up, brother? What was your nickname growing up?
Good morning. Well, as a kid, I had a cousin named Felicia, and for some reason, she started calling me Squid.
Squid?
Yeah.
Squid. That's a greasy name.
There's a guy on the radio in Portland that used to be named Squid.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd the name come from, though?
I have no idea. She said, "Oh, you look like a squid." And I'm like, "Call you Squid." And I'm like, "I don't look like a squid."
Yeah. Thanks for that, by the way.
Can't I be Stallion or Coyote? What are you doing?
I'm Squid.
Squid.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I had a nickname for my girlfriend, old ex-girlfriend from like, I don't know, like 10, 15 years ago. I called her Booger. And I called her that once as a joke, and she goes, "Oh, I liked that." And I just called her Booger.
If somebody called me that, that would be the end of our relationship. I'd be like, no.
That name's not for everyone, but it was for her.
I refer to Laura as Snot Rocket.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll take a Snot Rocket.
SR Smooth for sure.
8826 says his nickname is Turtle because he ran slow.
Oh man.
Turtle.
And when you're a kid, you know, everybody's got to run off the line, you know, and it's like, oh, you definitely know who came in last.
I don't want the turtle.
Here comes Turtle.
All right, what was your nickname growing up? 866-445-1059, or you can shoot us a talkback through the iHeartRadio app or a text message at 98197.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Sports. Drew's Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, we're coming up on tip-off time for day 2 of the NCAA tournament, and most of the big names are still around. Teams like Clemson no longer with us. They've exited the tournament in the first round as McNeese was able to deliver the final bullet in that matchup. But today, still so many of the powerhouses like Florida still waiting to play their first game. We'll see how the other two number ones match up to the 2 victories that happened yesterday. But if you're looking at your brackets, don't freak out because you might be lower on the list, like where Laura's bracket is. But you're only behind by a few points. And when you get into the Final Four, things are worth 16, and then they're worth 32 in the final. You're down 3 or 4 right now. Don't worry. Pump the brakes, refill the fridge, hit the couch, silence the phone, or just ignore your family. It is going to be a great day of basketball by the time we return here next week. Sweet 16 will be set. And if that's not enough, tonight, Portland Trail Blazers at home, 7 o'clock against the Nuggets. Now, this is wild. When you look at the betting line in this game, the Nuggets are 44-26. The Blazers are 8 games below 500, but Blazers favored by 1.5. That's because the Joker has been ruled out of this game. Can the Blazers squeeze one against a powerhouse? They need it tonight. Get your tickets, blazers.com, or listen, Rip City Radio, 620 a.m., Oh, yeah. Go Blazers. There's your sports.
Thank you much. Coming up in about an hour, we'll have more tickets to see comedian David Spade. We'll do that at around 9:30. Coming up next, though, we want to know, what was your nickname growing up? I accidentally gave myself the nickname of Chubbs when I was in high school, and it stuck.
Bastards.
And I blame one of my teachers for it. What was your name? 866-445-1059. Or send us a talkback message through the iHeartRadio app. Just download it for your cell phone today. Happy Friday. It's 105.9 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
What was your nickname growing up? Maybe in high school you did something dumb and then they started calling you something and it stuck. I think that's the worst is when you did something dumb once. One time.
Yeah.
And some a-hole in your high school just, oh yeah, you're skid mark now or whatever.
And all it takes is a few other people to go, ha ha ha,
yeah.
skid mark.
And then I think the more you show that it bothers you, the more they're going to do it, right?
Of course.
So
Don't give in or they'll take everything.
I am grateful that when I had the nickname Chubbs in high school that it didn't bother me really, because that's the worst is like when you are chubby and then people are calling you Chubbs.
And you're like, hey, that really hurts.
Yeah. But I just embraced it. Plus, I'm dead inside.
It's kind of like when you gave that guy who works here the nickname Big Dog.
Because I didn't know his real name.
It's still Big Dog to this day.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually make sure I say it now.
Yeah.
His real name, so he knows that I know it. Because when I first, we told the story on the air a long time ago, but I didn't know his name was Brendan, so I just kept calling him Big Dog.
Yeah, I hate bro people a lot, like just not even on purpose sometimes. And I did that after that incident. I called him Brendan. So
just to make sure that he knows that we know.
Yeah, so he doesn't feel like Patrick Swayze from Ghost, like he's actually here.
But we got a lot of text messages, a lot of talkbacks coming in. People talking about the nicknames they had. This one comes to us from 3274. It says, my nickname growing up was Speed Bump.
You're slow?
It was my nickname after getting ran over by a Jeep in the 6th grade.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
okay, hold on. That's not fair to call him Speed Bump. This dude's a miracle. You got run over.
Well, he might like.
I mean, he is a speed bump.
That actually might be like a little badge of honor for him.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty hilarious.
I survived a car ran over me and I lived. I'm fine.
That's impressive.
So we got a lot of talkbacks coming in through the iHeartRadio app. You can send us a message anytime. All you got to do is download the iHeartRadio app for your cell phone. Once you have the Brew streaming, press the microphone button. What was your nickname?
Ahoy, hoy, happy Friday, Brew Crew!
Ahoy, hoy.
I had a nickname growing up. We were playing street football. I dropped one touchdown pass. My nickname was Butters for a long time. I went to a doctor's appointment once, and the nurse called me Butters.
What?
People still call me it from back home. Yeah. Anyway, bing bong.
All right, Butters, the doctor will see you now.
That's an incredible
harsh.
nickname.
That's not my
Butterfingers was a traditional one. As soon as you dropped a pass, you heard Butterfingers. But to evolve it into a permanent Butters, tip of the cap.
It's good.
More talkbacks to the app.
Hey guys, my nickname growing up was, my dad called me Mowgli because I was really skinny with a really big head.
So my nickname growing up was Buckwheat because I talked like the little boy from the Rascals. But it went so far as I got older and I got my first phone, my dad made my nickname on my phone number Buckwheat. Little did we know that would make my caller ID show up as Buckwheat to anybody I called with caller ID.
You still sound like Buckwheat, though. Like, I don't want. He's got that buckwheat in
Come
there.
on now.
His dad didn't lie to him. He
Yeah.
said, dude, this is who you are. Embrace it.
Yep.
Lots of texts are coming in on our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. This one's from 9414. It says, my nickname was Kong growing up because I was enamored with King Kong.
Okay.
3411 says, my dad's nickname in high school was Foreskin.
Oh, stop.
Because it was close to our last name. He didn't say what his last name was.
Forsyth or something.
Yeah. What's up, Foreskin?
He's like, that's unfortunate. We're in math class.
It's better than when you were like, if it was you were changing in gym class or something, and people noticed something about you and then called you that. That'd be
This is
brutal.
another mean one. This one's from 1912. It says, as a kid, because I was short and voluptuous, my friends called me Oompa Loompa.
Oh.
Voluptuous.
And also sometimes Jin Jin as a teenager.
Oompa Loompa is mean. I wasn't always the nicest in nicknames. If you were calling someone that, you weren't being nice to them.
No,
So,
yeah, that's
those are the ones you wish you weren't
Short,
calling
fat,
people.
and orange? God.
Oh, yeah. You've got some self-tanner on you thought would cover that, but no. Oompa Loompa.
This text
Loompa-dee-doo.
from 5716 says, my name's Keenan, and people called me Keenus.
Penis.
That's kind of
Wow.
sweet.
What was your nickname
Big
growing
Keenus.
up? 866-445-1059 is the phone number. We've got more talkbacks coming into the app.
Morning, Brew Crew. This is Big John. My nickname growing up was Ox. I think it was because I'm big, strong, and socially awkward.
Good morning, Brew Crew. I would have to say a guy that owns the Willamette Speedway, to this day, he calls me Gabe-a-rooney. Just Gabe or Gabriel, but he calls me every time he sees me, Gabe-a-rooney.
Gabe-a-rooney.
You're like, could you stop with the Gabe-a-rooney?
Cut it out.
I'm on a date.
98197 is our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. What was your nickname growing up?
My nickname growing up in La Center High School was Chewbacca, the red-headed effing monster from La Center, Washington State.
Okay. Could you actually do a Chewbacca?
Got that for playing football. Yep, I got that from playing football. My sophomore year, I had the record of sending the most ambulances away from a game with 6.
Wow.
6 times you put people in a hospital?
Pretty impressive.
That's why they call me
3 more
Chewie.
that went with their parents.
Can you do the Chewbacca?
Yeah, make the noise.
That's not
That is-
Chewbacca.
that is
That's what I done. I grabbed.
That's a broken truck engine, what you just
Yeah,
did.
Yeah.
That's not Chewbacca.
Nobody would call that
When you're
Chewie.
on the defensive line growling at the offense and you take the offensive line and destroy them and get to the quarterback or running back,
Yeah.
it does strike fear in there.
It's because he's an animal, not because he does
It's
impressions.
like Uncle Rico from...
Yeah, he's definitely, he is going to throw a football over that mountain.
Thanks, bro. Let's go to Spencer. Spencer, what was your nickname growing up?
Well, so I actually still have it. It's FC, stands for F-chop. You can probably guess what that
Yeah.
stands
Why that?
Well, so at my job, it used to be everybody got a nickname, like way back when, like over a decade ago. And so I was in my early 20s, and I just talked smack to everybody from day one. And my boss goes, "You're always flapping those effy chaps, my guy."
My guy.
And it sticks, man. We have old customers that I'll like call up, and I'll be like, "Hey, it's Spencer from General," and I'm like, I don't do that anymore, but they're like, "FC, what's up?"
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, you're the guy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Spence. Or F-chop. Thanks. Appreciate it, buddy. F-chop.
Just wiggling those chops.
We got to listen to this text message. Oh, my God. This text comes from 3103. It says, I made the mistake of telling my friends I found my mom's dildo.
Oh, no.
And they all called me Dildo Mom after that.
Oh. That doesn't mince words at all. Like, even strangers are like, Dildo Mom, explain.
I'd be like, don't ask
Yeah.
questions.
I have to know the story here. More of your texts coming up. The phones are going crazy. Talkbacks are coming in like crazy. What was your nickname growing up?
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Sorry, Chubbs, Tides, and Buggy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, I like it.
This might be a thing. I'd say we rebrand tonight.
Let's do it.
We want to know what your nickname was growing up. Some people had some cool nicknames, and other people had nicknames like Keenus.
A lot of them.
Hey, that's a cool nickname.
I feel like a lot of them were an attempt to be mean to somebody in some way, but if the ones who embraced it seemed to have weathered the storm.
This guy from 1777 says, I had a nickname in high school stemming off my middle. I was called Magic Man because my middle name is Merlin and my friends loved it.
Merlin, that's a good
You can't dodge
name.
a Merlin.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. What was your nickname?
Actually, I was really, really small when I was growing up, and I got picked on by everybody. And I'd get beat up a lot, but I'd always get a couple of shots in, and so all the brothers that lived next door to me named me Scrappy.
Right.
I love that because you might be able to beat them up, but you're going home hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those kids, those kids got respect. The ones that fought back and are like, you might beat me up, but I'm gonna do my best.
Mm-hmm.
And I always respected those
Throw
kids.
some punches.
In my sophomore year, I caught up size-wise to him, and nobody ever messed with me again.
Yeah. Call me Scrappy one more time.
Hey, Laura, have you ever actually been in a fight?
A fist fight?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you got to get in one this weekend.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking like bacon and beer. Wouldn't it be funny to watch her boxing a chick?
No. I mean, I have taken boxing classes.
Yeah, but like we'll
Tanner
give you
Drew and Laura's
the gloves,
smoker.
The same thing that the
I want the-
Taekwondo guys wear.
I want the big ones. I want the big boxing gloves.
Nah, let's hit you with just the UFC ones.
Yeah, you'll tape a little tape on around the fist.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys can just
Bare
go at it.
knuckle.
I don't know. We should think about that at a bacon and beer. Laura's first fight.
Laura versus Rhonda.
No, I only want it if it's bare knucks and hair pulling. If there's not clumps of hair laying on the floor when it's over, then we did it wrong.
We'll put a pin in that. All right, dude. Thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
Good afternoon.
All right.
Later,
Let's
Scrappy.
go to line 2. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. What was your nickname growing up?
Actually, it was Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse.
Ooh, it's probably a lot like the last guy. Were you little but had some power in you?
Yeah, I was high school. I went from 5 foot to 5'4", but my sophomore to my senior year, pound for pound, I was the strongest person in my high school.
Whoa.
Wow.
Dang, don't mess with Mighty Mouse.
That's not a bad name to have. It's better than Chubbs, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Let's go to line 1. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. What was your nickname growing up?
In high school, I had a nickname, Mopar, and it was because I was into the Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth products,
Mm-hmm.
and that was, what their speed corporation was called was Mopar, and so
it's quite the nickname.
and then later in life, it is, but that's what I was into, and so it was appropriate.
Fair enough.
But later in life, I had another nickname that I don't know if it's appropriate to say on the air, so we'll just leave it at that.
No, just go ahead and just say it.
Just say it, yeah.
I'll hit the dumb button.
Okay, it's nothing bad. It's just Babe Slayer.
Babe
Slayer. Oh, yeah. Man,
Babe Slayer.
rough nickname.
Yeah.
It's just because of my slayability.
He's
You know
like,
what
I
mean?
actually gave it to myself.
I don't know why they gave it to me, but like, hey, it's Babe Slayer, and it's like, okay,
What do you
thanks.
think, Laura? Does
Okay.
it sound like a Babe Slayer?
You know what? No
I-
comments.
maybe I
no
was,
comments.
you
but
know.
I'll
Maybe I
take his
didn't
word
know.
for it.
All right.
Yeah, maybe we're underestimating him, and he's the Slaymaster.
Well, I see your name on the caller ID, and from now on, you are Babe Slayer.
That's right.
Nice.
All
I
right.
like it. You guys be okay.
We'll see you later,
All
Babe
right, you
Slayer.
guys have a good one.
We'll see you, buddy. Keep
All
keep
right.
slaying.
Slay away.
All right, bye.
I don't know what that laugh if he's much of a Babe Slayer.
I hope he walked into his wife and he's like, "It's official. I'm Babe Slayer, and you can call me that too."
She's like, Randy, get out of here.
Grab the laundry from upstairs.
Oh boy. Well, there it is.
It's
So
nice
many-
to know that we aren't alone in being nicknamed through life.
There are so many people who've got nicknames, and I just can't get to them all. Gosh, this guy's nickname was Sloth because he wore a Sloth T-shirt in high school.
Yeah, Sloth. I feel like anyone who grew up in the Goonies era, anyone who was a little off, got hit with Sloth.
Fat Thor had a nickname of Porno Nick once because he used to work at a porn theater, like a porn shop.
Yeah, he would actually sell you the items, right?
Yeah.
The physical
man.
tools required.
Mm-hmm.
This guy says, I knew a girl in high school and her name was Debbie, but her school ID said Dookie. So everyone started calling her Dookie.
Duke. And you're like, I was Debbie. That's not even a slant rhyme.
Debbie the Duke.
You took a D and you turned me into a turd.
Yeah, that how does that typo even happen? And why didn't the school fix it?
It's like, dude, don't Deb is bad. What was the Debbie Downer?
Debbie Downer.
That's what people would call any one time after the SNL days.
Debbie Dookie.
Oh, here's Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
But only one thing worse, Dookie.
Yeah.
4250 says, my nickname that I got was Peg Leg Craig. Playing basketball, I sprained my ankle a couple times, and that's what it came from.
Oh, so
Peg Leg Craig.
Hobbling around. Who's going to take Peg Leg?
Oh, Peg Leg Craig's got to be taken home.
Last pick again.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Well,
wow.
Go Peg Legging. I mean, I bet he was amazing in the post.
All right, coming up in a few more minutes, we do have tickets to go see comedian David Spade this morning.
Yeah.
We'll play the 5 and 10 game in about 20 minutes for your chance to win. It's 105.9 The Brew. We're commercial free.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
.1059 The Brew. It's Portland's rock station. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. And coming up on April 19th, we got another Trash Bandits taking over.
Yeah, we do.
Taking over these parts. Rap partners?
Yeah.
There it is. Mm-hmm. So we need you to sign up if you want to help out the show and help out the city. Go to 1059thebrew.com and sign up to become a Trash Bandit. April 19th, starting at 10 a.m., we're all going to meet at Lentz Park. Bunch of listeners, and just for for 2 hours. If we get a lot of people, we'll go quicker than that.
Yeah.
We're gonna just walk around Lentz Park and the surrounding neighborhood, just a couple blocks, and just pick up as much garbage as we can.
Grippers in hand.
Every Trash Bandit we've done, we've collected hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds of garbage, and you really notice it when you like walking down the street and you don't see a cigarette butt, you don't see a diaper, you don't see a syringe.
It's good for morale.
Yeah.
To have a clean neighborhood. And if you've never been to one before, this is a perfect opportunity to get your name in there and sign up.
Let's see. One-Eyed Sean, are you coming to Trash Bandits?
Hey, I want to. I just noticed yesterday when you guys posted everything and said everything about putting everything or signing up on the website and all that. So, yeah, my son and I, we're going to be there.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that was...
Wow, you could have just said, we'll be there.
Talk about burying the lead.
It took 47 days to get to that. But we appreciate you coming.
Well, yeah, sorry. What's that?
I'm just saying, I'm excited you're coming. I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, I miss you guys. Miss seeing you. Sorry I didn't get to go to Bacon and Beer the last time. I was working, so.
Yeah, we'll have another Bacon and Beer soon, but April 19th, we'd love to see you. Starting at 10 a.m., we'll be at Lentz Park, and then afterwards, we're going to feed everybody, so.
Yeah, we might even go get some drinks if we're feeling frisky.
Day drinking's fun, especially after you do something good for the city, the community.
Sure is.
You know what? My son, he's 21 now, so we'd like to hang with you.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, come on out, sign up. There are limited spots available to be a Trash Bandit, 1059thebrew.com. We are commercial free. Happy Friday.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes.
.1059 The Brew. It's Portland's rock station. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Happy Friday. We got Court on the mic from his house. Good morning, Court.
Good morning. How you doing?
Laura brought this up to us yesterday. We've been talking about this for a long time, and we just want to throw the idea out there because we don't even know if it's possible. I know that without help, it's impossible because I can't do it.
Yeah.
But we were talking about being involved in the soapbox derby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this the
adult
Mount
soapbox
Tabor?
derby. Yeah, the adult soapbox derby on Mount Tabor. It happens every year in August. It is a huge event, like thousands and thousands and thousands of people show up, and people build these little soapbox cars, either for speed or you can build them for comedy value. Which, like, I've seen people build.
God, his internet connection. Did you get your internet at Payless? What is this?
I did.
Just
let me
hit reset real quick.
It's popping, locking.
Let's hear what that sound like.
And dropping.
It's all poppy.
Better.
I guess a little bit.
So far.
Smooth activator now.
All right.
Yeah. So anyhow, it's a huge event.
This is all that to say. Well, I
got the
think,
gist.
I mean, I feel like every year we hear about it like the week before it happens. When we're like, man, we should get involved.
Every time.
But this year, I looked it up just earlier this week, and the deadline for online applications is April 15th.
Because you can't just sign up, right? You have to
Right.
be accepted. It's the same thing with Flutog.
Well, I feel like
It's kind of involved.
But if
the
we're
whole thing.
talking about it a lot, that's just free promotion for them, right?
Yeah.
So, like, why wouldn't they accept us? But I don't know how to build a soapbox car.
I know. We need help building the car, I think, is the thing. If we can come up with an idea.
Court, you're always chopping your fingers off building stuff. Can you do it?
No.
You
No,
can't.
this is something that takes metal. You need to be able to weld and stuff like that.
It needs a chassis.
And it looks like it'd be a lot of fun. I would love to actually do it myself, and I would pad the hell up because I've seen these guys crash, and they crash pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're padded up, you got a helmet, knee pads, elbow pads, I feel like you're going to be okay.
It'd be fun.
Pretty handy.
And I would do it. I would just you push me as hard as you can down that hill.
I mean, on their website, there's like guys in beer helmets with beers in the helmets and kegs all around their carts.
That's awesome.
It's
when they do crash, it's going to be delicious.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody just slurps up the remains.
Court, what do you think? Do you think the show or the station could get involved in the soapbox derby on Mount Tabor?
If you can find somebody who can build the car, sure, absolutely.
Wow.
Okay, well that's
the problem.
That's a tall task, but I'm sure somebody
We have
out
very
there
handy people.
is skilled enough, and maybe somebody out there has already built one for the Soapbox Derby, and they're experienced.
Yeah,
in
we
this.
can
We could just
refurbish it. Yeah,
We need help.
but like I'd like to have it be unique,
Yeah.
like to the show. I don't know what it would be,
But if we could
I
strip
think,
down an old chassis and rebuild up,
Sure.
because it's that part that's tough, is
Yeah.
to build what holds
The
your
wheels, the
and-
steering wheel, all that.
Yeah, and my fat, chunky cheeks, we need to have a nice sturdy.
Oh, it'd be a lot of fun. And if we crashed, it would be spectacular because, I'm kind of, I'm a little chubby. I would just go flying.
Just roll down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I would like hit one of those little hay bales.
Oh, yeah.
Just go ass over tea kettle.
Because they have two divisions. They have the division which is like you're super serious and you're racing, and there's the hold my beer.
No, I want the hold my
section.
beer one.
Yeah.
I want the funny one.
That's
what
what
I was
I want to be
thinking.
involved in. All right, Court, well, would you do it? Would you get in one of those little cars?
Absolutely not.
God, you're such a pussy.
Honestly, your kids are basically grown. They don't even need you anymore. Just
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Drew.
I'm
Not
sure
even-
they love him, but they are self-sufficient.
Not even
almost.
padded up?
No, I mean, it depends on who's building the car. If I'm
And
building the
who's
car,
driving.
absolutely, there's no way I'm doing it.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you're building it, I doubt anyone wants it.
Same. If I built it, I wouldn't do it. you
Yeah,
know?
I wouldn't trust my own construction.
All right, if there's a listener out there that maybe wants to get involved, I don't know. Could you build us a soapbox car or maybe get us one where we could do something to it?
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Let's
So-
try
But
and
I mean,
get there.
Throwing it out
we've
there.
only got a couple weeks before applications are due.
Yeah, and we're going to be, gone next. No, not next
No,
week. The
we'll
week
be
after.
around,
after,
so we'll be
the
able
week
to
after, yeah.
solicit for more love, more people with more talent than us next week.
All right, Court. Well, I just wanted to ask you about it, and
Yeah.
we'll see what
It's
happens.
a great idea.
Thanks for
It's
not
a great
helping
idea,
with the
but-
build.
Nope, I'm not doing that at all. No.
Everybody.
Fair enough. At least he just doesn't want the blood on his hands.
Yeah,
I
that's
understand
fair.
that.
I mean, we appreciate the support, though.
What's
Yeah.
going on with you this weekend, Court? You got any plans? You just going to watch basketball or what?
I'm probably gonna watch some basketball. I'm gonna go up to my parents' place and help cut down trees and stuff like that because
Did you guys
it's
hang up?
that time of year.
No, we're here. We're here. We haven't talked to you yet. Hang on.
Well, you're like, I was gonna say, guys, I had a
I just
bad
said- all right, go
nickname as a kid.
Oh.
I had a bad nickname as a kid. It was Scarface.
Scarface.
But I'm over it now. I'm so over it now. It's such a cute dimple. So I love the doctor who did it. I don't know him. I'm reaching out. Doc, who gave me Scarface, you're a rock star, whoever he was.
Well,
He
I'm
gave
like.
me so many kudos after the fact, you know.
Well, I'm glad you embraced your Scarface.
Thank you, Scarface. I appreciate your
I
call.
have a dimple. Well, it's a dimple.
Oh,
and
it's
I
just
was
a
at your
dimple.
guys' I was at your divorce court. I just want to throw this in there. I was at your guys' divorce thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to get my dildo signed.
Oh, you
How
know
do I
who
do
this
that?
is.
We know exactly
You know who
who
this is.
Oh, I know who this is.
Sequins
What's her
code.
name?
Yeah.
A
How
lot.
could you mix my voice?
Yeah, I recognize your voice. What's your
I don't
name?
know, how do I get signed? Because Katrina.
Katrina. Okay.
Katrina, okay. I don't know. Maybe you'll just have to come to our next Bacon and Beer to get it signed.
Yeah, I'm not signing your dildo. I'm sorry.
I want to do. That's what I was asking. When is it?
We don't know
We
yet.
don't know into my ex,
But
but it's okay.
I gotta let her go. She's exhausting me. Oh my god. But we're going to do another Bacon and Beer later on this year. I think summertime?
Hopefully.
I think that's the plan. We're like shooting for like a summer kickoff.
Gonna go
Bacon and Beer.
big.
Working on it.
But yeah, man, we don't even know where to go. So maybe you're owner of a bar and you want us to show up to your B&B.
Yeah,
Or you want B&B to show up to your
if A,
place.
you know how to build a soapbox derby car, and B,
Yeah.
you know where we should have our bacon and beer,
The
please
point
let
is,
us know.
we need your help.
We need help.
Yeah.
We need lots of help here.
We're worthless without you.
We have no budget.
But a lot of heart.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
And there's really not much of that.
Heart doesn't win championships, but it might build a soapbox.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, Court. Well, all right, dude. Well, I don't even know. You're just kind of bringing the mood down, so I'm going to let you go.
I'm just sitting here, man. I didn't even do anything.
I don't know. I just sense his vibe. I don't like it. All right, coming up in a few minutes, we still have tickets to go see comedian David Spade at the Schnitz. We're going to play our new game, the 5 and 10 game, for your chance to win, and that's coming up in less than 15 minutes. Happy Friday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
1059 The Brew, Portland's Rock Station. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you and yours.
Oh, my goodness.
We have got David Spade tickets coming up next. One last pair for the show. That is June 28th at the Schnitz.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen Spade live. I love all of his movies. We were saying Dickie Roberts was one of those secret gems that's really funny.
Yeah.
And, of course, Joe Dirt and Black Sheep and Tommy Boy.
And he dominated television. He was able to be on shows for a long time.
Dude, he's still on shows.
He's incredible.
I feel like he's always getting canceled and then he gets another show.
Yeah. And then a really pretty girlfriend.
Yeah. All right, so callers 10 and 11, you get to play the 5 and 10 game coming up next. We're going to give you a category, and you got to name 5 items in that category in less than 10 seconds. 866-445-1059. We'll do that right after Nirvana. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Hey, don't forget, if you are headed to work or maybe you're already there and maybe someone's got control of the radio today, like Susan wants to listen to smooth jazz or whatever the hell.
Smooth Jazz Susan.
Yeah, just download the our iHeartRadio app for your cell phone. Because I mean it's our personal thing, and we've got access, or you've got access to thousands of radio stations across the country, and you create your own presets too. There's like 10 spots for presets, so make the Brew your number one preset, and Tanner, Drew, and Laura's account your preset.
And the Donkey Show podcast your preset.
Those should be your top 3.
You can add them all.
And right there on the same app, you can do all your talkbacks and interact with the show anytime you want.
Yeah, download our iHeartRadio app for your phone today. It's time to play our game that we like to call the 5 and 10 game.
Hey.
I like this game. It's kind of intense when you're under pressure, I feel like.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
in the car, you're like, oh, this is easy. But when you're actually doing it, it's a little more difficult. So we'll give you 10 seconds to name 5 items in whatever category we give you. It could be, we've done bags of chips. We've done
cars,
shoe brands.
Brands of toothpaste.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
So we'll find out what our category is today here in a second. But first, let's meet our contestant. He is calling from Sandy, Oregon. His name is Tequila Sam. What's happening, Tequila Sam?
What's happening? Just getting ready for work.
Yeah, what do you do for a living, Tequila Sam?
I run a liquor store.
Yeah, that's right. He's the liquor guy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I run Westland Liquor.
Ooh, in West Lynn.
Liquor.
They must have some real nice bourbon in that place.
All right.
Yes, I do.
I'm coming for some vodka this weekend, all right?
Vodka.
Make some
All
screwdrivers.
right, aisle 43.
Okay. Aisle 43.
Don't diss the vodka. Tito's for the win.
Tito's is good. Tito's is good.
All right, dude.
Nah, I got to stick it local, Rose City.
Okay. Rose City
Sounds
vodka.
very knowledgeable.
Also very delicious.
All right, dude. You've heard how the game's played. You got 10 seconds to name 5 items in whatever category we give you. Today's category. It's geography, actually, isn't it?
It is geography, yeah. It's continents.
So we've got 7 continents. You have 10 seconds to name 5 of them. Go.
Europe. America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
America.
America.
No, I want 2 for that. Give me 2 for that one.
There are 2 Americas, believe it or
You
not.
do have to say it.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Still
was
would have been
Too much bourbon last
underpowered.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fair enough.
Well, you got to stop drinking your own product. You got to listen to us give your tickets now to somebody who did absolutely nothing, and that person's name is also Sam.
Oh.
Good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
So Tequila Sam won. So the other Sam, you're winning. Or sorry, Tequila Sam lost. That means you're winning. So I'm very confused this morning.
Yeah, it's Sam on Sam crime. It's not easy to decipher.
But congratulations, Sam 2. You just got yourself some tickets to go see comedian David Spade.
Nice.
Nice.
Also known as Liquorless Sam.
Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed about this one today.
Hey, Tequila Sam, can you
So am I.
name? You're not under pressure right now. All right, just name 5 continents.
No.
Oh,
But I will say
Okay.
that I think at Bacon and Beer, Laura should fight Tanya Harding.
Oh, hold on. We're not going to. We're not deflecting.
Don't you do that.
Can you not name 5 continents?
Probably not.
Well, you named one.
I have I currently have a concussion, honestly.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
He's in the
No,
protocol,
I
Tanner.
really do.
He's in the blue tent. Give him a break.
All right, we will. We'll just blame it on your concussion.
What about the other Sam? Sam, can you name 5 continents?
Antarctica, Asia, Europe, South America, North America.
There you go.
There you go. Done and
There you
done.
go.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Bonus
Asia.
points if you can name the rest of them.
Oh, I'm giving him away.
They don't got it. All right.
Now it's too tough. All right.
Next time.
All right. Well, there you go. We'll see you at the show, the David Spade Show. You got another chance at tickets at 1059thebrew.com. But this weekend, I know, Drew, you're going to be watching a lot of basketball. Does Amy know that this weekend is a busy weekend for games? And
Well, I mean,
it's
she's
important?
got a bracket too.
Yeah, she's
so-
also she's into March Madness, so
Okay, that's good.
It's good for me. She likes video games and puts up with sports. That's why I'm still married.
So there's a lot of guys, though, that have wives that are like, God, you're just going to watch basketball all weekend long?
They need to relax.
What do you have? You have advice for them?
Yeah, you say it's a few days, and you I was talking to a guy in the hall. I go, "Hey, you have a bracket in our work bracket?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You watching games?" He's like, "While doing dad stuff." So it's like you have to get up. It's
Yeah.
like my 3 little kids, I couldn't just plant. You have to at least look like you're doing something throughout the weekend. Do a little thing, sit down for an hour. Do a little thing, sit down for 2 hours.
I was listening to Court Show yesterday, and he was talking about people, the links they're going to watch March Madness at work. A lot of people are, bringing in televisions from home. So sometimes they
Come
don't
on
have
now.
TVs in their office or at work.
That's what cell phones are for.
So they're bringing in TVs from home. And then they're also moving their desks so they can see the TV. So, like, if it's mounted up on the wall, but their desk is facing another direction,
Yeah.
they'll turn their desk around so just they could just glance up from their computer and look back down, see that the bracket's busted, and go back to work.
Sure.
Because you only need to really watch the end of it. You know, like
Right.
the end of each game. First half of a game you don't know anything about, you can go work. Or you can go,
Yeah,
make sure your kid's
You
fed.
just kind of need to know the score. I feel
Yeah,
like.
and then when you get down to like the last 10 minutes of the game, sorry guys, I'll talk to you in a bit.
But people are going to great lengths to watch March Madness, and apparently it's gonna like cost like $20 billion in lost revenue.
Yeah, that
because how
sounds-
much work
sounds
isn't
about right.
getting done?
Yeah.
So $20 billion.
We're getting our lazy on, but at least it's a reason to have a cold beer a little earlier than normal.
That's true.
All right, we will take some of your talkback messages here in a few minutes. 98197 is our text line. We're also going to find out what's trending next.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, Isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Now, what's trending?
All right, lots of good stuff to check out today. You got our Donkey Show podcast, the show after the show. It's online at 1059thebrew.com. Lots of movie trailers. So there's a lot of talk about Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah.
The most anticipated video game, maybe the most anticipated piece of entertainment in the history of entertainment.
Yeah.
I know that Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold more copies than any piece of entertainment in the history of entertainment.
Yeah, so they got a lot to live up to.
And they'll probably do it again because they're going to crank the price up. It's probably going to be like a $100 game.
Of course.
And everyone's going to buy it.
Yep.
And some fans think that the next trailer is coming and that it's actually been hidden in plain sight this whole time since the first trailer came out.
Really?
In the trailer, you can see somebody wearing a shirt, and the sequence of numbers on the shirt say 040125. And so it's leading a lot of people to believe that the second trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 will be out on April Fool's Day.
It's hard not to be a skeptic when that's the day.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or just, all the rumors. We've heard nothing from Rockstar since the first trailer dropped. Nothing.
Right.
We know the only thing is like Take-Two Interactive, the company that owns Rockstar, has confirmed it's coming third quarter of this year.
At this point, I feel like it's like Swifties looking for those Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Any clue.
And it's because it's been so long since they have real information that it becomes a wild goose hunt to try and find anything within the trailer that we already had.
And every little Twitch streamer makes videos of it. It's now confirmed. No, it's not.
It's not.
Nothing's been confirmed, you idiot.
Trying to get a click.
But GTA 6 is supposed to come out this year. I can't wait. And the trailer might be out here in a few days, the second trailer.
Let's do it. That's
Look at
right around
that.
the corner.
And if it does, of course, we'll post it online at 1059thebrew.com.
Wouldn't it be terrible if like Rockstar trolled us and put out like a fake trailer on April Fool's Day?
Yeah.
There's enough fake trailers going around. Everyone's using old footage.
I don't get
tagging
that,
it
right?
as
Like
new.
they'll use footage from other movies.
Well, they're dying for a click. If they post a video of themselves just talking, no clicks.
Yeah.
You put up some fake graphics. Right?
One of the most annoying things on the internet are fake movie trailers, fake movie posters, and fake songs. Like yesterday, I was in the studio and I go, guys, there's a new song from Post Malone and Ed Sheeran. And I was like, I haven't heard that song yet. It says it's been out a week. And so I play it and I'm listening to the first 2 minutes and it sounds weird, but it sounds kind of good.
Yeah, it had good quality to it.
And then Drew goes, I think that's an AI song.
Yeah.
They keep doing this with Ed Sheeran songs, and I think it's because he has high clickability too, just like Swift or any of these other things, that they find someone who sounds a little like him and then they AI the voice.
But then after the fact, I was like, no, I should have known better, because the company we work for, like, there would have been an iHeartRadio world premiere.
Yeah.
It would have been like a big to-do.
We
The
would have
fact
heard
that
about it.
we
buried.
didn't know about it, it was like, nah,
I hate
probably
that
not.
so much
It's
about
so
the internet.
It's very annoying.
It's like when Post Malone did something with Morgan Wallen, it was teased for 6 months before you got anything more than one line. And that's what they do with this one.
Well, yeah.
But, we'll just keep consuming the AI stuff until it's the only thing we got left.
Yeah, until it kills us all.
Yeah. Because I would
Which
prefer
it
to
will.
support
It
Ed
will.
and Posty than that dude in his mom's basement.
Some schmuck on a computer.
Well, go check it out, 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner and Drew and Laura. And by the way, any schmucks on a computer right now, please, I apologize for Laura. She's being very rude. If
Yeah.
you're listening to us on your computer.
Schmuck is a term of
I
endearment.
appreciate
You
it.
can be on your computer, just don't be a schmuck.
All right.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
I like it.
All right, that does it for us. Good luck this weekend, you guys, on your brackets.
Thank you.
Laura, you
Enjoy
got
your-
a bit of a hole to crawl
I'm
out
gonna
of.
need all the help I can get. You know what? I don't understand how anyone's bracket is doing well, though, because like all those upsets, like how did you just miraculously choose that Drake was gonna beat Mizzou yesterday, or like that other one,
Clemson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost on both of those, and looks like we're down to 1% of brackets are still at 100%. And remember, we were talking yesterday that it's like 1 in a quadrillion to get a perfect bracket. Doesn't look like it's going to be this year.
Maybe next time, guys.
All right. We will see you tomorrow. Or no, not tomorrow. I won't be here.
Bing, bing.
Sleeping in. We'll see you Monday. Do we know what we have Monday to give away?
I don't remember.
Something magical.
It would have been mentioned in the meeting, which I was not there
Beefs
for.
in Texas.
All right. We'll have something cool next week. We'll see you then. Bye.